What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now guys, yesterday I did a video on Adrien "the Problem" Broner. Most of you guys know by now, Adrien Broner pulled out of his upcoming fight that was supposed to take place this upcoming Saturday at the Seminole Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, Florida. He was taking on Omar Figueroa Jr. Now, the reason that he pulled out was due to mental health, mental issues he said he was having. And there was a lot of different, I would say, people had a lot of different opinions on Broner pulling out of the fight. I will say this, it's not like Broner 2 ever dug any type of smoke. We've seen Broner, regardless, most of the time, he'll pretty much fight anybody. And we do know Broner's track record when it comes to dealing with certain issues. We know he's dealt with depression. A lot of times guys try to mask their depression with partying, having fun with women, things of that nature. We've seen Broner do that. We've seen him have issues dealing with law enforcement, and we've just seen him have numerous issues, some pertaining to his relationship with Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. We've just seen a lot of that stuff, so I can see how a guy like Adrien Broner might be dealing with mental health issues. I can see that. Now, some people, they're going to have a difference of opinion. Now, his opponent, Omar Figueroa Jr., had a difference of opinion, and he pretty much blasted Adrien Broner on his social media. I'm not going to read it for you guys, but he pretty much said in a nutshell that he was using this mental health stuff as an excuse to pull out of the fight because he's been undisciplined. And you know, he makes a point there. Adrien Broner has been undisciplined in the past, and I think that's why a lot of times he's lost fights that on paper it looked like Adrien Broner should have won. But I'll say this again, Adrien Broner, he's not one to normally pull out of a fight. He goes and fights. Now, he doesn't let his hands go, but he actually shows up to the fight. So that's why I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt on this, the same way I did with Ryan Garcia. When Ryan Garcia let the world know that he was having issues with that, dealing with anxiety, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Some people didn't. I did. You know, maybe I look at it different than some people, but I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Same thing with Danny Garcia. When he let the world know after winning his fight over Jose Benavidez Jr. that he had been going through some ups and downs. And I said this before, that people deal with things, I would say things that pertain to life sometimes. People deal with stuff like that differently. You never know what people are going through. You never know how much people can handle. You know, some people can handle a bigger load than others when it comes to the mental game. I mean, you know, we're not all the same. We're not built the same. And that's the point I was trying to make with that. I know a lot of people are giving Adrien Broner a lot of grief about it. Now, they did find a replacement. The replacement is going to be Sergey Lipinets, 16-2. Last time we seen him in the ring, he was pretty much destroyed by Adrien Broner. The fight before that, he fought Custio Clayton, which was a draw. He did pretty good in that fight, and he had been doing pretty well at welterweight in the fights that he was in up until Adrien Broner, of course. He was a champion at 140. He was the IBF champion until he lost the title to Mikey Garcia. So he's a pretty solid fighter. in my opinion. I thought he was going to go back to 140, but I could have been mistaken about that after he lost the fight to Boots. But I think it's a good replacement opponent. I'll give Omar Figueroa Jr. the edge in the fight. They've been out of the ring about the same amount of time, but Omar's a little bit more seasoned than Sergey Lipinets. I think Sergey Lipinets used to be a kickboxer in his former career, but I'll give Omar Figueroa Jr. the edge in this fight. So I think it's a good replacement. Now, I did see the tweet that Gervonta Tank Davis made about, the fighters using mental health as an excuse. He's been getting a lot of flack over it. Some people saying he was kind of dissing Adrien Broner. He said it wasn't about Adrien Broner, but if the shoe fits, you kind of have to wear it. He picked this time to tweet that out, and Tank Davis is my boy, but some people, like I said, they have differences of opinion. Or is this the new thing now that boxers are going to use mental health as a way of pulling out of fights? I don't know. It's all in the way you look at it. I've been looking at it I've been looking at it differently just because of what's been going on in the world as of today. The things that we've been dealing with the pandemic, being locked down, not being able to do the normal everyday things that we were used to doing. The world is a different place now, and it really is a mental game now. We got a lot of young adults, teenagers dealing with certain issues stemming from the pandemic. So, it's nothing, to me, it's nothing to see boxers dealing with the same thing. We're all just people. Like I said, people are going to deal with things in a different way. And, could people just be using it as an excuse? Of course they can. But just looking at the way things are now, I'm just going to give people the benefit of the doubt. Now, Broner says he's going to come back better, so I'm going to pray for him. I hope he, can bounce back from this. He's giving up a paycheck, really. He's giving up a paycheck, so it must be something to it, in my opinion. But guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, elaborate on that situation. You guys might think differently. Everybody's different. So you guys let me know what you think about Adrien Broner pulling out of the fight. Let me know what you think about Gervonta Tank Davis tweeting out about boxers using it as an excuse. Do you agree with him? Do you think he was taking shots at Broner? You guys let me know about that in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.